This is a trade I've been holding for the past since last week, right? I got onto the trade on Friday, but I was supposed to get onto the trade on Wednesday. And this is a video I just want to share how I actually came about the idea and thought process behind this particular trade, right? So, first things first, this is just to let you know, to put it out there, I have already taken partials on this trade because I usually do not like or enjoy holding my full pot all through the weekend. So I usually like to take it on very close to Friday ending, right? So if you can see here, this is the last candle for Friday here. That is this particular candle is the last candle for last week Friday. That is this particular one, right? Yeah. So that candle is the last candle for last week. And if we can tell the total RR for this trade, if it goes to full profit, is about 7.91 RR. That is close to 8. But I took out I took out 60%, right? And that's around 4.9 RR, but I took it around 5 RR. That was the total because I can remember quite well. So again, so let's go back to how I actually the thought process behind this particular trade. I guarantee you it's almost unlike what you see every day, right? So first and foremost, um, I started off from the monthly time frame. Don't worry, it will not be too long. I'll try to not to make it too long and not boring. Now, if you watch here, this is the monthly chart time frame, right? If we zoom to the left hand side, you will see that's since around 2008 2009, right? That's yeah, sometimes trading is funny because where you actually get the price, your key level can be quite funny. Now this is since 2010, right? I got a key level from the 2010 chart. Now what kind of key level is this? This is a this is an RBS, that is a resistance breaks, sorry, an SBR. So basically a support breaks and turns into a resistance, right? Now if you can see, this particular region is a support, right? That's a clear support, right? Then what happens? It breaks around this particular zone. It breaks, right? So now that's what I'm expecting is for a price to do something like this, to tap it again and come down, right? That's my expectation. So that's basically an SBR, right? So immediately I figured that out, I marked that particular area and waited for price to do its thing, right? That's all I did. It wasn't some kind of I don't know, supernatural thing, no. So that's where I marked out, right? So after I marked it out, I waited. Then let's see, go to daily. I was supposed to enter this trade on Wednesday, I think, yeah. As you can see, this is it here. This candle is what? Wednesday. You see? Now, but before Wednesday, something happened on Tuesday, right? This particular candle is a Tuesday candle, and as you can see in the daily time frame, it actually broke beyond, right? It broke beyond. So I wasn't confident in taking a trade anymore. But like if you look at it from this particular time frame, you would not be able to take this particular trade, right? For the next dip in Wednesday, because the market actually closed above that particular SBR key level, right? But then again, let's switch to the 4-hour time frame and see what it holds for us, right? Okay, so this is the 4-hour time frame. As you can see again, in the 4-hour time frame, we are having the same kind of challenge, right? Now, in all honesty, I tried to enter this trade earlier, but I got stopped out. Right, I got stopped out. So I was just like, you know what, probably this it wasn't going to react from this particular key level, and it just wants to continue buying to the upside, right? So I just left it alone. But if I had waited and I probably exercised patience, although it was probably close to my trading time of the day, because I usually don't trade at the close of New York session. I usually don't like trading the Asian session, because in most cases it's usually ranging, right? In many cases, right? So, but if I had waited, this is a clean CRT, because this is it here. This would have been a clean CRT. So if we see market actually swept the liquidity below, right, then closed below this bullish candle, and that's a clean CRT, right? I would have just entered and rode the wave downward. As you can see, that's a huge, massive RR. It would have been like, this is, I'm talking about probably 1 to 50 or thereabouts. Let's see something. Let's see if I was selling, right? And as you can see, market came back and tapped that particular SBR. So let's take for an example, if I had sold from that particular spot, let's see what the result would have been, because I was actually hoping to write it down. Like, see, this, we are talking about close to 20 RR or thereabout, right? But then again, no worries. So I just want to share how I got into this particular running trade right now. So if you watch, this is, I actually, after Wednesday closed, then what happened? Let's see what happened again. You see Thursday again. You see after Wednesday closed, Thursday closed again, and Thursday broke this particular support. Right, this one that I'm marking out right now, right? Market actually broke beyond, that is, it continued dumping to the downside, right? Now that was a clear indicator for me that, okay, hopefully price will definitely come to take out this, the last key level here, that is this support, right? Now, so that's Thursday close. What did I do after Thursday closed? Let me show you what I did. All I had to do was mark the highest point of Thursday. Let's mark it. Then marked the lowest point as well of Thursday, right? Now, if you're having any challenge with knowing the exact point to enter a market and all this video will actually help you solve it very easily. Now, after marking that Thursday, the highest point of Thursday and the lowest point of Thursday, right? What did I do? I went 2 time frames below, or rather 3 time frames or thereabout, but I used the 1 hour time frame to take this trade, right? Let's see. So, right now, this is the, at this level, the top red trend line, it was actually, as mentioned, the high of Thursday, yes. And this particular active trend line here is the lowest point of Thursday. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the last, or the second to the last key level for the day close. And where was it? Let's hop and we will see something here. We would see that Thursday actually closed around this region. Okay, this was Thursday's close. This was Thursday close, right? Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the closest key level that closed before, yeah, I'm looking for the closest key level before the day ends. And where was that? This was the closest key level, and which was what? A fresh resistance. Simple. That was it. A fresh resistance. So that was all I was looking for. Now immediately I saw that market came in. All I want for is market to do one thing: sweep that particular key level, right? Or in other terms, you could say liquidate. Now, and that was exactly what happened. Now immediately I saw market just sweep that particular high. That was a clue for me to hop in to the trade. And what did I do? I just used um my short tool and positioned and riding the wave down. So this is just a simple way for you to actually trade. In fact, in many cases, if you if you think it's a fluke, let me look for another CRT or a very strong zone, right? Let's say, let's pick for an example. Let's pick for to show you that this works, right? Let me just show you something. Okay, let's say this particular area here, market actually, this is a clean CRT, right? This is a clean CRT, right? For Thursday 6 a.m. candle to 10 a.m. candle. That was a clean CRT because market swept the liquidity on the preceding bullish candle and closed inside, right? That is, it closed back down. So let's check for what price did from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. and Thursday last week. Oh, okay. All right. So now I have switched to the lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes time frame. Right. Now let's see what happens here. We would get something very similar, or if not almost the same thing. Now where's 10 a.m.? Now this is it here. This is the 9:45 candle. No, let me mark it well so that I don't do mistakes. 9:45, yes. Now what am I looking for? I'm looking for the last key level, and sometimes you will not, market won't just tap into a key level, it will just give you another CRT again, right? But that's I'll take that for another day. So if you watch, what did market do? Market came back and it tapped into somewhere. It tapped somewhere. It tapped somewhere, right? Now if you watch closely, if you go to the lower time frame, you will see that this particular candle will be a bullish candle. So it is liquidating a key level. And what did market do, or price do? Market delivered to the downside, right? So this is basically how I framed that this particular AUD and ZD trade. And if you like more of this kind of videos, my first time actually saying it, I'd say you should try to subscribe onto the channel and also hit the notification bell. And yeah, thank you.